Hello all, this is Dswank. This is a little different than normal in that I'm not actually in a game. What I'm doing is I've pretty much settled what I'm going to be doing with the Stellaris playthrough. And I thought I would talk about the mods that I'm using. Just in case you all want to do the same. And first off, I have, well, it's a Warhammer conversion that works with the new ship classes and more. So, nice, shiny ships. And there, I have several ship mods. As you can see, Sith Empire, I believe I have the new ship classes and more is supported by, so yeah, it's already there. So that was Sith Empire, the Old Republic ships. I'm using unlimited traits, just give me more traits. This gives you 65 traits, and there's some really fun ones in here. I really, really like Obnoxious, because you could have immortal, obnoxious geniuses. And you are irritating. So, I kind of like that. See, familiar faces, arcs of humanity. This is kind of interesting because it gives, with the Stellaris story, that you had 6 arcs launch from Earth, and one of them was the Commonwealth of Man, and this creates several additional human empires, which I kind of like. Next up, well, Alpha Mod. Alpha Mod is going to be a big one for, well, no, this is a compatibility, so it kind of gives that away. Compatibility between Alpha Mod and Utopia. Transcendence adds more perks, because more options, yay. Ruler level system, this is kind of cool. I really liked it. It gives an interesting feel to your empire. So, I really do like this. And it adds some very interesting mechanics in here. Utopia Expanded adds more megastructures because, yes, I like megastructures. And gives some tier 6 buildings, some high-end buildings, things like that. Let's see. Dark UI, I just like this UI. It's very simple reason why I like it. Let's see. Next up, the Trappist system. This unlocks both the custom-made Trappist and the Trappist that it's not. Why do I want to say Stardock? It's Paradox. There we go. Paradox actually added into the system or the game. Multiverse solar system spawner. This will spawn some planetary systems in as the game goes. More megastructures. Space elevator, planetary shipyard. Lots of interesting new elements in here. So, I'm looking for this. The new upcoming features also look very interesting to me. So hopefully those get implemented and don't break the game. Citadels, former Eve player, plus it was recommended by new ship classes and more as a replacement or a high-end defensive station. So, looked interesting to me. I thought I'd give it a try. Advanced traits interface, adds traits, genetic traits, things like that, for when you unlock the abilities. I wasn't really sure which one I had chosen to run with. I think I chose this one, but I'm not 100% sure. So, like I said, I think I chose that version. Let's take a look. Advanced trait interface. Or maybe maybe it was just advanced trait interface. I'm not sure. Human Fallen Empires, because let's add as many human stuff in there as possible. It'd be fun to have just a galaxy of humans. Now we're getting into the Alpha Mod stuff. Unique planets, unique uses, so adds some unique planet traits and things like that, which I like. Adds 5 new, 6, yeah, okay, 5 new resources. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Now we have Hostile Worlds, which is another Alpha Mod supplement. Able to colonize hostile worlds with the right technologies and things like that. Like it. Tweak traditions. Of course, I like more traditions. Or traditions stuff. Utopian Dream adds more. Adds more Utopia stuff. So, yeah. A mega structures thing. Gods and Guardians, I had read a lot about. You can go in and pretend to be a Vorlon to these people, or pretend to be Shadow, or pretend to put the Kubrick in. There's a lot of Kubrick. Oh god, why did I just get that? Stanley Kubrick. Oh, ow, ow. Ow, that's like running into a bus. Homeworld ethics. Gives you unique homeworld buildings determined by your ethics. We have fleet abilities, new fleet stuff. So, and it's compatible with new ships and more. I did a lot of looking to make sure things were compatible with new ships and more. It can stand alone, adds more stuff to the spaceport, which I like. That was a big reason why I got this, is more spaceport stuff. And the actual Alpha Mod adds some interesting new features and things like that. I haven't fully figured it out because there's no I have yet to find documentation. If you know where I can find the documentation, please send it to me. That would be most helpful. Now, new ship classes compatibility patch. I'm not quite sure what you call those now. Plentiful Traditions adds several new traditions, which I really, really like. Keep clicking the wrong one. Ghoulies? Planet modifiers add some new modifiers, 165 plus more modifiers, new colony events, new anomaly events, 33 new discovery events, 16 new tile blockers, new ring world, and habitat modifiers. So, this adds a lot of variation to the planets. Could be good, could be bad. Government Variety Pack adds let's see, is this what I wanted? Yeah, I think this one's good, but I'm not sure. Yeah, just add stuff. So, no compatibility issues. Compatibility patch, that's what I was trying to remember. So this, basically it adds civics and a few modifiers to your government choices. Now we have the new ships and more, compatibility patch for Sins of the Prophets, the Star Wars ships, and we'll get to you. I want to go, is this the right one? The Rebel ships. Systems Alliance ships. The actual Sins of the Prophets. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of ship variation, hopefully. The Chrysalis ship modules expansion, which I like quite a bit. Then we have the new ship classes and more. Version 5. The UI overhaul. And finally, Ethics and Government rebuild. Now, excuse me, there's a couple of mods that if they get fixed in time for me to start, which I don't have my fingers crossed. Guy is real busy, and modding is a hobby, and he's working on a life. But it is elite militaries. These haven't been updated in a while. I love them. I love their concept, but they need, before I can mess with them, they need to be updated. They don't work at all with the current version. They tend to crash stuff. So, let me go ahead, hit play. Yes, I know. There's like one mod. It's the Citadel mod that is not up to date. It's good at 1.5, but not 1.6. Ooh, it is late. And once it gets up, I think it's just you have to go, yes, this is good with 1.6. I'd stop panicking, game. So yeah, that has to do its thing. So hopefully this loads quickly. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show off the build for the Empire. I'm going ahead and just we're going to continue with the Empire of the Eternal Wheel. I'm going to try and make it closer to what I envisioned. Unfortunately, the spiritualist ethic doesn't work from everything I've read. That the governing attraction modifiers don't work. So, I may not do spiritualist. So, new game. Here we are. So, appearance. I went with human this time instead of Majoran because figure they are human. They were just taken away from Earth. And the Majoran don't count as human, and there's some elements that, if it works out, I think could be kind of cool. Since they are human, but they look different. What is that? Are they human? That looks human. Yes. That looks like aliens in space. Okay. Those are space elves, but that's... Those both look humanoid. Or very human, so don't know for sure. Okay, species name, Arundel. We're keeping that, Arundel. I'd like to have a different name list, but some of these are just kind of clunky. So I was going with the this humanoid just because it no, it wasn't that one. Was it that one? Oh, that's human. Oh, humanoid? Yeah, okay, it should be one of these. Yeah. I think this is the one I was looking at. Traits. This was the big one. I've got a lot more points to choose now. To add some of this in. I could choose that. Actually, if I lost some of the stuff over here. Yeah, I like that one. Let's see. What else could we choose? Other species happiness, auspicious. Green thumb gives us more food. Infertile. Growth speed negative 15%. Oh, we could hit that. That. Let's see. I have 1 point left. Early? Valor? Oh, genius. 2 genius. We're super genius. Let's see. Let's get rid of clone. Let's see. What else can we choose to... Trait points left, trait picks. So we need to get 7... If I choose that... And we need to choose negatives that get us up there a ways now. Parasite hosts? No. immortal. Yeah, we have Draxius Ferocity, which basically is better than immortal. Ooh, Sloth sucks. Attractive, repulsive. Are we repulsive to other things? Yeah. Happiness between. Ooh, isolationist. So if what could I ditch? Ditch that. Now I bet I can find a 3-point in here that would work. Unity. Extremely divided. Clone. Unpredictable. Energy consumer. Prey. Psychotic. Or sloth. Unfortunately, I think what we're going to have to go with is psycho. We're a little psychotic. I mean, we are clones. That was the other thing. Trappist system. Continental preference. City appearance. Ancient city. Because we're weird like that. Now, ethics, I've been trying different things. We're always a little militaristic, because the idea was that the kind of playing with the peacekeeper idea from Farscape will so we'll have militaristic and authoritarian. Individualist doesn't really work with that. Xenophobe would work, but the idea we're not. Xenophobe doesn't really work with the concept of what it is. We could go materialist, which increases our fanatic materialist, but I'm not really keen on that. I would go spiritualist, but again, that doesn't really. They believe in their technology. They view technology as a. They believe in themselves and that they are destined to retake the galaxy, their glory. So, and they see that. So yeah, that works. That works. I talked myself into this, despite the fact it does nothing right now. Industrialist makes sense. Egalitarian. Collectivist. Collectivist makes sense. But I am leaning really heavy here. There, and ecologist, or xenophile. They're not scared, and they don't detest others. And they are elitist, but they feel that because they're clones, they are better. So it's not like the overall they feel that they are elite. So okay, I've talked myself into that. War engineers, yes, I just love that. Information technologies, energy credit, and research speed output increased. Now we have one more, and I am very heavily leaning towards Philosopher King. Um, of all the others, military isolationism makes sense. Personality cult makes some sense. Agriculture, waste recycling. None of these stand out here. Brainworms, no. Corporate worship, not really. This may be a little. Iron Curtain, not yet. A lot of these things starting out would make sense depending on the events in the game leading up to it. Keeping the Empire of the Eternal Wheel. This time, instead of a ring world, we're talking about the galaxy because the galaxy is a wheel. That also looks kind of galaxy-like. Now, I'm torn between energy or projectile weapons. Projectile just because, personally, I'm a big fan of the idea of if you throw something heavy enough, fast enough, hard enough, it'll punch through any magic energy barrier. But energy makes sense because these are the clones waking up to defend their or to reclaim their position in the galaxy. And that means their previous tech, they probably had energy weapons. It's just everything they had at this point was degraded and destroyed by the last war. So they were kind of knocked back. FTL method, I love hyperspace. Ship appearance. Now, here's the thing. I have ancient ships, Fallen Empire ships, Creature of the Void, pirate ships. I'm staying away from pirate. We could get mammalian ships, fungoid. These are all things that other factions are using. So I'm kind of thinking going with Star Wars Empire just because it'd be interesting and different, and I like Star Wars Empire ships. Let me go ahead and save. Now, if you have a different... Wait. It's saying I have Immortal. I didn't think I chose Immortal. Let's go back through this. I shouldn't have just cleared everything out. I realize that. That was kind of stupid on my end. The ferocity. I'll choose that. Infertile. Genius. Intelligent. I don't think I can choose intelligent and the other, so I'll choose the other genus. And then let's see what else I can choose. Fanatical. Unpredictable. Divided. I need to get 5 more out. Isolationist. Oh. Obnoxious. So I guess I could ditch that. Get a single point one. Fast metabolism. There we go. So save. Oh, I guess we just have immortal. So, okay. So that's kind of what I think I'm gonna go with. So, yeah. If there's any mods you'd like to see me add in on this, because why not? I'm going mod crazy at the moment. Go ahead, leave a link in the comments below to which one you're talking about. Let me know. I'll take a look at them. I'm not going to be able to get this up and running this weekend, which I had originally hoped. I've got family things going on Saturday and Sunday, meaning I may not get a Sunday video put together. I hope I do. So, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this look at what I'm planning, and I will see you next time. Until then, long live the Empire.